Hi friends, this is E, the Empty Nester. Today I'm gonna plant some corn and add clover into it in the area up front that I showed you that was having issues with moles and grubs, and I've, tried to stay with a no-dig method. Last year I put corn, just poked a hole, put the corn in, and put a little dirt on top of it, and an area that was already existing with clover. This year I'm going to have to plant the clover seed and the clover, and it's a white clover that's medium size, and it's also something that attracts deer and good for foraging. So I've sprinkled it all over around the front so that, you know, if deer do come in the yard, they'll go up there. And the past, on one of my videos, a person left a comment about how I was doing my tomatoes with taking a hunk of straw and putting it down on each side and putting some dirt in the middle and planting my tomato plant in the center. I succeeded in not having any blossom end rot or blight that way last year. So I'm going to continue with that. And he made the comment. It was kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm saying the name right. If you look up Masanobu Fukuoka on the internet, you'll find all kinds of information on him. When you click on Wikipedia, he was born February 2nd, 1913 to 16 August 2008, a Japanese farmer and philosopher celebrated for his natural farming and revegetation of desert forests. He had a prominent no-till, no herbicide grain cultivation farming method traditional to many indigenous cultures, from which he created popular methods of farming commonly referred to as natural farming or do-nothing farming. When you go further down, it tells about his life and natural farming, and then clay seed balls. When I was putting the corn seed on the ground last year and just putting dirt on top of it or soil on top of it, and it was surrounded by clover, this is kind of the same ideal, except for he took clay and made it into little balls. He gathered seed from all the food he ate and then mixed it all up and then threw it out all over the place, and then he would take straw and throw it all over the place as ground cover. So after learning a little bit more about him, you know, I do a lot of things kind of like he does, but in different ways that are working for my area. And I haven't read any of his books yet, but, you know, maybe someday I will. It's kind of like a lot of his ideals were brought into the permaculture era that's happening now in the United States. And basically his do-nothing farming was a lot of work, but it was not tearing up the environment. He took straw and threw it all over the place and then threw seeds out and let them, you know, just sprout away. With the clay seed balls, he would take natural clay. The one that I have here isn't natural clay. I'll show you in a minute how I mixed it up. But I'm just taking about a handful, let's see, like this, smashing it up and putting a piece of corn in it, smashing it down and then laying it over, and then I'll go lay these all down on the ground like this. I've gathered up a lot of the the dirt from over there that I showed you and how plants grow, and added a little bit of the potting soil that's left from the Happy Frog. I was gonna grab the compost. Now I need a fork to stir this stuff up in some water by grabbing a little handful, putting a piece of corn in, smash it and flipping it over. This is quite a bit of pre-work, but as far as just going and laying it on the ground and giving it a pat, that makes it easy. What time the sun is beating down on me right now, I don't have to be out there in the sun. I can stay here in the shade and make corn balls. And then it only takes, you saw how fast it was to run up and lay them down. I guess that's it. Let me run up and throw these on the ground. This year I'm going to compare methods. This first row right here, I just poked a hole in the ground and put the seed in and covered it up. This row I made the corn balls, and this row I just went down the row and put in a seed every, say, 3 or 4 inches, and then put the soil mixture on top. For me, that was the easiest way to do it, and then I'm gonna just complete the rest of the rows that way. I'll show you how I did it. And now I'm gonna sprinkle some of the clover in the rows beside it. And it's just that simple. going to garden. Huh? Got 2 more rows left. And we'll be done.